Hello everyone. Today we have another new topic to discuss. Actually, this is not a new topic, but if we are studying the relationship between India and China, this is an important point to have an idea with. Okay, so this point is that eight finger points of Pangong Tso Lake. Okay, or we can say Pangong So Lake. Okay, so in the pronunciation, here it is a T, but that is silent. So we can say Pangong So Lake. Okay, so this lake is a border between, or this is situated in the border point of China and India. Okay, this is Pangong So Lake. This is the lake. Okay, here you can see this is the land area. Here you have so many mountain peaks, and here is it is the Pangong So Lake, and here, that is south of that, lies Indian territory. Okay, if we are looking at the share of this portion, we can see that 1/3 of this portion is with India and 2/3 of this lake is with the China. Okay, so here you can see in the map, this is the big lake, and here 1/3 of the total lake is for India. Okay, and the 2/3 of the, here if it is dividing into three parts, 1/3 is for India and 2/3 of the total portion of the lake is for China. Okay, so that is how this complete lake is divided between India and China. Okay, and if you are looking at the source of this Pangong So Lake, we can see that it contains brackish water as well as fresh water. Okay, brackish water is coming from Indian side because there are so many rivers emptying into this lake. So likewise, it is getting water source from Indian side, and that water is a bit of salt water, and the fresh water is coming from Chinese side. Okay, because there are so many glaciers there, so melting of these glaciers is giving so many water or lot of water to this lake, and likewise it is having fresh as well as salt water to this lake. Okay, so in turn we can say that this is kind of brackish water. Okay, so it has source of fresh water as well as salt water from two regions. Okay, one is from Indian side and another one is from Chinese side. Okay, from Chinese side it is getting fresh water from the glaciers, and from Indian side it is getting salt water, that is also from the rivers. Okay, so out of this, if we are dividing into three parts, 1/3 of the total lake is for India and 2/3, that is a majority share, is for China. Okay, and another point that we have to give more concentration is the finger points of this Pangong So Lake. Okay, these fingers means there are mountains. Okay, there are about 8 mountains. I have numbered it here: 1, 2, 3, again 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so these are the mountains which is located here. You can clearly see here, this is looking like fingers. Okay, that is why it is called finger points. This is the first finger, this is second finger, this is the third finger, and this is the fourth finger, and this is the fifth finger, sixth finger, seventh finger, eighth finger. Okay, so in total there are 8 finger points or 8 mountains in this border area. Okay, so out of this we already divided the part of lake between India and China, that is 1/3 for India and 2/3 for Pakistan. Sorry, not for Pakistan, 2/3 for China. Okay, so regarding the 8 fingers, we can divide that before 1962 these all mountains belong to India, but after 1962, there was a war between India and China. After that, the condition is that 4 finger point is for India and another 4 point is for China. Okay, so before 1962 war, the total 8 finger points was of India's holding. Okay, but after 1962 war, this changed. Now what is the condition is that 4 finger point is for India and another 4 finger point is for China. Okay, or we can say that 8 out of total 8 mountains, 4 is for India and 4 is for China. Okay, So far what is going on was, out of these 4 finger points they have set lines also. Okay, so this is the line, one line, and another one is the here. Okay, so here 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, these 4 points were considered as India's mountains. Okay, and in this fourth, that was under conflict because China claimed that this is their finger point or their mountain. Okay, anyway, India considered this as LAC. Here we have a line and here is another line. Okay, this is the LAC for India, whereas this is the LAC for China. So under India's consideration, all this portion belongs to India, including all 8 finger points. Okay, but for China, up to this much area, this complete portion is for China. Okay, so you have to understand the conflict. Okay, so what India is thinking, that for India there is a portion, this much is for India, and China is thinking that this much portion is for China. Okay, so this is the condition existing. But in 2020 there was a development at this point. Okay, here at this fourth point, India already has a border post here. Okay, that is BP. Okay, border post means there will be soldiers living here for patrolling and all those things. Okay, so this border post, there was a border post at number finger point 4. Okay, but at these all this time, China was not having a border post here. But later in 2020, China made a border post here. Okay, so that was the recent development. Okay, so by making a border post here, what China wanted to say to the world is that China is also having a hold on this point. Okay, why China is doing is that because this is a strategic point for China. Because during 1962 war itself, China had a lot of problems with her. Even though in the 1962 war it is said that China was a kind of having upper hand on that war, there was a lot of damages happened to China also, and that damage was caused mainly due to the strategic point that India had in this area. And in that strategic point, one of the important point was that Chushul Valley. Okay, Chushul Valley is located south of this area. I will show you. That is not clear in this picture, but if you are drawing a line here, on the Indian side lies Chushul Valley. Okay, so that was an important point during the 1962 war, where India utilized the position of Chushul Valley to beat, we cannot say beat, only we can say that to give a lot of flashes against China. Okay, so this Chushul Valley is a strategic point for India, where India could do a lot of things if there is a war between India and China. Okay, last time, that is in the 1962 also, India had an advantage of this point. Because of that, we made a lot of damage to Chinese army. Okay, so Chinese, what they want is that they want to acquire this area, I mean Chushul Valley. Okay, so in order to grab this Chushul Valley, they are just making forward movement up to this area. So if we are having, if they are, I mean if Chinese are having a hold on this fourth point, gradually they can bargain for this area also. Okay, they can say that this area is also theirs. Okay, so likewise they are making some developments up to this fourth point of finger points. Okay, if they are saying that, or if this fourth point is coming under their control, automatically they can, their next step will be this Chushul Valley. If we are losing Chushul Valleys to Chinese people, definitely we are going to suffer, because this is one of the important strategic point of us. Okay, so what Chinese want is that they want our important strategic point Chushul Valley to grab from us, and also they will be having advantage only if they are getting this Chushul Valley. So for that, they have already developed, made some forward movement, like making a border post in this finger point 4. Okay, so we are not that much happy against this movement of China. Anyway, before 1962, all these finger points were belong to India, and now we really want to get all these things back. Even though we are considering this as the LAC, Chinese are considering this as the LAC. Okay, so keep all these points in mind, because at present what the finger point belongs to us is about 4, and rest of the finger points are with China. Okay, what they want, what they want out of this moment is that they want Chishul Valley and also to have a strong position in this area. Okay, so and ultimately the important or the main aim of Chinese people by moving step by step here is that they want Ladakh. Okay, here lies the Ladakh, and all these small steps are for acquiring Ladakh from us, because their strategy is five finger and a palm strategy that we will discuss later. Out of that, they will, for attaining that five finger and palm strategy, they will be grabbing these kind of small lands from us, and finally they will be achieving this five finger and palm strategy. Okay, regarding the five finger and palm strategy we will be discussing in the next class. So this much is about the eight finger policy of Pangong So Lake. Okay, so we are very vigilant in this area, and we are protecting is in this area, because so that means if we are increasing our vigilance only, we will be able to protect all this area from this Chinese aggression. Okay, so that's all about this eight finger points of Pangong So Lake. So that's all. Thank you.